1 second. One second, chat. I have to write some stuff down. One second. I'm writing some shit down. One second. Where the fuck is my other pen at? One second. Okay. Yo, what's good? Let me post the stream on Twitter and shit. Bum. Oh shit. Astray. Oh shit. Stretch my hands to you. Astray. Damn, bro, that fucking loss is ridiculous, dude. Oh my god. Hate losing. Hate losing so much. I hate losing, man. Alright, one second. The astray. Alright. Okay. Well, we're probably out of the season, boys. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, alright, let me open up refrag. Yeah, I think big problem with the team right now is I think why we lost that game. Is comms. Comms is a big issue. It's a big issue. So during this off season between now and next season, that's what we're gonna focus on. We got the pro version of refrag, so we're gonna be using that for the comms and shit to study our comms. But I think 3 things, if we can fix these 3 things, we'll be like an advanced ECL level team, bro. On God, we got the strats down to a T. I think all of us are pretty good aimers. It's just these 3 things: calming, and then respecting and trusting calls, so there's no delay between when someone calls something, and then our spacing, because there's a lot of times we just never fucking trade. So those 3 things, if we can fix those things, like, I think would be really good, because those cost us those rounds. We'll be in like winning positions, or we'll have like winning strats that just will fail because of those things. So yeah, the strat book is definitely our strength, but those are definitely our weaknesses. So if we work on that, I think we'd be all right. So that's what we're gonna focus on. Still fucking sucks to lose, but yeah, what does WB mean? Welcome back. Okay, I'm tweaking. All right, let me. Father astray, stretch my hands to. Go through these notes here. Everyone uses all these acronyms and shit. They don't know that. All right. Yeah, I guess we go vertigo here. Actually, I'm pretty sure I saw this. Damn. What the fuck? All right. Oh, I don't think I did go through this. Peace is just a lot of inexperience in the team, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. He watched the match. He's like, I gotta talk to you guys tomorrow, so he's gonna come in with some info. I think it's a lot of what we already agreed on, but yeah, we just need just a bit more experience with all the comms and stuff. It is definitely down to inexperience, and that's the thing. I think that's what I kind of realized recently, that I was trying to solve this inexperience and lack of like team playing stuff with more strats, and that kind of just feeds into the issue, because it's like then we just get reliant on these strats and we don't actually end up fixing the actual problem. Because there's a lot of teams that beat us with way, like literally 5% of our strat book, and it's because they have those other things down really well. So it's like, I really need to chill on these fucking strats and shit, because we have a, bro, look at this. I'll literally just show the strat book. I don't give a fuck. It's my strat book. I'll show what I want. Look at this shit, dude. I'm just gonna show the beginning, and you can see how many fucking pages are in this thing. Still loading. 124 pages. Like, I don't think more strats is the answer. It took 124 pages to realize that, but yeah, that's definitely not the answer. I'll be watching all these demos and shit, and I'll be like looking at strategically what I could add to the team, but I think, I mean, I've been doing this quite a bit, but I've been watching like more solo POVs just for myself, how to improve as a player. But I think I definitely spent a lot of time just watching demos as an IGL and looking for strats and more strats and more strats and how to take map control. And I think, honestly, dude, I think I've literally learned it all. I'm not even gonna cap. I can't even watch a demo without seeing like, it's really hard for me to see like a new way to take map control, or like a new default or some shit. Like I don't know. I think I've seen it all, especially on the common mats. All that applies to like everything, maybe but nuke, maybe. I think there's really not that much new shit to learn on nuke strategically, anyways. But yeah, I think that applies to everything but like nuke and ancient maybe. But yeah, I've literally seen like fucking everything. So more strats is just not gonna help. I think a lot from grinding and scrims with just default super basic execs. That's one thing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Is literally these next coming scrims, like, if we're gonna practice anything, it's just pistols, because we have like one pistol for each side. So maybe like a new pistol at most for strat wise. But then yeah, like just Rob knows the song. Or just most of the scrims is just gonna be us like scrimming and then just focusing on our comms, calming what we see, calming what we don't see, calming possibilities, and then updates. I think that's a big thing that we think we need to work on, is just calm updates, where it's like still nothing, like I got banana, still got banana, you know, like 10 seconds later, I still got your banana, nothing banana. Like just updates, like that shit helps so much. But that spacing, and then trusting calls. I think that goes for everyone, including me. If someone makes a call, Liger pointed out that we all tend to like finish what we're doing before we come back to the call. It's like we just kind of have to just instantly respect the call and just go most of the time. But yeah, does this knowledge translate into an ability to read the game? What, from demos? Yeah. So that's what helps, is that like it's a little bit easier to read, because I can like know how a team's probably set up based off like, I don't know, util or something, like common setups or whatever, like, and like kind of how to counter it. But I like, that's what happens a lot of times. I know how to counter something strategically, but like the right strat or default will be called, but we'll fail the strat and default. And that's something I also realized too that I would do, because I had this like you know, this mindset of like, it's all about the preparation. I think this is some deep shit here. So it's like, I don't like making mistakes. I have like a fear of failure, you know? So it's like, in order to combat that, it's like, I want better strats. So there's no possibility of like, you know, getting into those 2v2s or getting those 1v1s where there's chaos and an element of RNG where it's a little bit harder to win and come out on top. It's like, in order to combat that, instead of like just getting better in those scenarios and in the chaos and working on like comms and stuff like that, team play, it's just like, I would be like, we need more strats so we don't end up in those situations. And it's like, in my head, like when I'm calling and stuff, it's like, if another thing I would realize too is that like, if the strat would fail in a round, I used to do this like a lot. I recently switched this up like not too long ago, but it's like, if a strat would fail, like in my head I'd just be like, fuck, like I made a bad call. This round's basically over. It'll be like a 2v4. And then I'll just like mentally give up in the round. Because it's like, oh, the strat failed. I'm the IGL. That's my job. And I failed my job. Like, and it's like, bro, we still could win this fucking round. Just focus the fuck up. And that's something I started doing recently where it's like, even in those 1v5s, 2v5s, like, I'm just like, I can still win this round. Just got to stay focused even in when we're down. And then because of that, we've been winning a lot more of those clutches. Well, I've been winning like a lot more clutches and scrims and stuff when it's like 2v5. Because I'm like still in the round, you know, still in the game, versus like giving up mentally, which I would normally do. It's some shit I just noticed because like I would attach myself to the IGL role, and then I would attach myself to the outcome of what I'm responsible for, which is strats. And if the strat fails, then I failed. Round's over. That was like the mental thing going on in my head. But that's the thing I kind of realized is that like you could have the best opener, best strats, you know, and chaos is a part of the game. You gotta accept the chaos, and that you're gonna get into those 3v3s against good teams. That's like a goal anyways, is to get into those, trade out and get into those, you know, winning end games, if you want to like use chess terms. And that's just part of the game, and you gotta just focus on getting better in those areas, you know. Could the meta not change in time? Yeah, it definitely could change in time. 100%. I mean, that's what meta means, you know. Sammy is reading the game very well. Just poor. Yeah, thank you. I would say the same thing. I think I make pretty good calls, but the shit just fails, and it's like it's within us. So that's what I kind of realized is that like I guess this comes from like just not being like good individually for a long time. I think I'm really fucking good now. I'm not gonna lie, dude. My aim is so crispy. I'm so fucking crispy, dude. I was going off, but I think one thing I kind of internalized was that like I'm a bad aimer. I'm a bad player. So I would rely on the strats working for me. And that would lead to this mindset I was talking about, where if the strat failed, then round's over. We failed, you know? Where it's more like I have to shift my mindset into I have to work for the strat. I have to be in the zone for the strat to work versus just riding the strat. You can't ride the strat. The strat, you have to make the strat work. It's like if you had like you know those bicycles where you have like 5 people riding it? You know that like North Side or Chicago shit where it's like you got those bicycles with 5 people on the bike. I think what I was doing mentally is like, okay, we got 5 other people on the bike. We're running this strat. I'm just gonna coast. I'm not gonna pedal because we got a strat here. You know, there's no way we could lose. Go to strat. So I would just not pedal. I would not put the work in and try and make the strat work. You know, I would just hope the strat would just work for me. But it's like if you want that strat to work at its fullest, those 5 people need to be pedaling that shit hard as fuck. You know, it's like you had to work for the strat, not the strat working for you. You know what I'm saying? That's something I realized I was doing wrong mentally when I would play. Just a little like mental quirk. Basically trust the call even if it fails. Yeah, that too. Well, that's the thing is that that's not a problem with our team. Like, the thing is like everyone trusts my calls. It's just that there's a delay in between it. Like eventually everyone comes around and what's it called? It's a strat, bro. No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'll explain in a second. But I think the problem is that it's not that people don't trust my calls, because my calls will come through, but there's just a delay where people finish whatever they're doing, and then you know, and then come and does whatever I call, or I do the same thing where Rob will call like, "Yo, just go B," and I'll just finish like clearing out ramp. Oh my god, voice crack. I'll finish clearing out ramp before I just go B. You know, like little shit like that where it's like you kind of just have to trust the person, just react. And dude, what does that mean? It's a strat, bro. That's not true at all. That's literally how I would think in my head. It's like, oh, we're doing a mid to B rush. Okay. That means I just, you know, go mid to B and rush or whatever. You know, this is obviously an exaggerated example, but like, you still have to be in the game trying to, you know, win these fucking fights. Like, you don't just mindlessly, you know, I can just swing this because there's a flash that's going to blind. It's like, yeah, obviously that's going to help, but you still like you have to play at your individual peak in order for the strat to work really well. Like you don't just mindlessly follow a strat. You have to work in the strat for the strat to work. Does that make sense? Like I would just like, if we're doing like banana control, it's like, oh, we throw the util. All right, I'm just going to swing and take the fight because should be free. You know, we just did this goated strat. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's a given. No, it's not, because if it was, I would have known that. Like, obviously, you know, people have other things that, like, okay, okay, yeah. So I think this is the thing too, where it's like, people don't realize that you can learn something and you know something that like other people don't. Like this is something I just didn't know. I just didn't I don't know. I would just mindlessly run the strat. It's just like a mental quirk in my head. And because you know that, that doesn't mean other people, it's a given. There's a lot of things I know that other people just don't know. And in my head, I could just be like, oh, that's a given. I'm not saying this to like attack you, but I just think a lot of people do that where it's like, you probably did know about this. A lot of people probably do know about this. I didn't. I was just sharing what I thought of, you know? And there's a lot of things that I know that a lot of people don't, and that I could be like, dude, that's a given, you know? That's just, it's not a, I don't know. That's like saying does 2B is just a tunnel, just shoot them. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, just shoot them. But it's like, you gotta be present in the strat. Like, if you're doing a B exec, it's not just like, oh, we're doing a B exec, I'm just swinging. It's like, yo, fucking put some swag and finesse into it when you're playing, you know? You're still an individual. You're an individual within the strat. It's not just like, you know, like you gotta still try and win the round out. I don't know. It's something that it makes complete sense in my head that like I would just let the strat work for me versus me working for the strat. Something I noticed. Yo, GG's brother. Yo, thanks man, appreciate that. It might just be you know, my little quirk because I'm so strat reliant and I don't know. Just IGL thinking, I don't know. But yeah. Some quirk I noticed. What was I gonna say though? Let me pull up the notebook here. Yeah, GG's, appreciate it. Alright, this was Movie Star versus Liquid on Vertigo. I can just go through his notes here. Yeah, that happened to me all the time. That's why communication is so important. People have to know how you want to play. They cannot. Yeah, exactly. You just gotta, you know, calm everything you see. So that's what we're gonna work on. No big deal. We'll be, you know, we get that shit, all those 3 things down by next season. We got like 3-4 weeks for that. I think we destroy. I think we're gonna go crazy because, like I said, we end up in a lot of winning positions because we're like, our strat book is the strength of the team right now, but it's just like the, you know, poor execution. So those things, we get those down, I think we're gonna be a monster in main. I think we'll be a monster. All right, let me see. You guys have some solid CT setups on A site nuke. You think so? What advice can you give for playing from ramp crane when there's a yellow smoke? This smoke? Oh shit. This one right here, the lurk. Well, I mean, you could always just go for the spam. Like, it's something you should just be doing every round, just peeking the jump up. You don't always peek deep, you just peek the jump up right here, because I get like, there's so many free kills right here. Always just peek the jump up, you don't always peek deep, just peek the jump up. And then if they smoke, you know, go for the spam, you can just fall off. I feel like it's hard to look into ramp and they can just creep up right side. Yeah, they can, so that's why you usually want to fall off. If they smoke yellow and top ramp or something, or if they smoke yellow, yeah, you usually do want to fall off, but if they're pretty slow for whatever reason, you got a guy sandbags and you are able to stay here kind of safely, there's a molly you could throw right here, I believe. Why didn't it follow the nade? Wait, what the fuck? Why isn't it following the nade? What the fuck, refrag? Is this not nade R? Oh, it's restrat. I'm like, why isn't it following the nade? Yeah, look at it. Right here, you go to the back against the wall, line up right here. This is so fucking loud. Hold on. Oh my god. It's like a jet engine. Right here? Damn, why is it missing so bad? Where the fuck is this, dude? There we go. Yes, you line up right here. With the beams, and then you aim up here. And it lands underneath, so even if they throw the smoke, it still burns them. Okay, just threw the fucking smoke. I think I saw a leash to this. So even if they jump up, they still get burned. Yo, what's good, off cap? Did you guys win our match? No, we didn't. We lost in OT. Pretty unfortunate. Pretty unfortunate. Yeah. Alright, let me get through these notes here. Fuck, do I hate losing? Let me see. Yeah, one thing you can do on Vertigo, I think, which is like something I had to come to a understanding of, is like taking mid more and like abusing B splits. I guess like the if then is like, you know, if you notice a team always does like heavy ramp control on A, that's like an indicator, go for like a fast B split, because you can just cut off the extra player who's playing A. Yeah, I don't know, that's something I just noticed. Like if you ever notice like 4A or something and you go there a couple rounds and they're just constantly heavy ramp, just go for that fast mid to B split and smoke this dude off. You know, go for this deep CT molly, smoke that dude off, and then you got these like god flashes right here that they don't blind your teammates coming out. Land behind the rebar. Some cool little shit. Yo, you know what I noticed, dude? I noticed this, and this is like actually a thing, is that if I wait too long to talk about something I learned, I just like don't even want to talk about it. Like I'm looking at these notes right now, and this is like from like a month and a half ago, and it's just like I don't even have an excitement to talk about it. And like this is like legit a thing. So something I learned from that book, The Art of Learning, is that like I think everyone kind of understands this too, but like at a top tier level, people aren't consciously thinking about things. It's just all instinct, you know, they're playing intuitively. And the reason for that is that like when you learn new information, there's like a period in your head where it's just like you consciously think about it, and then eventually it gets internalized and it just becomes like who you are, and it's just instinctive, you know? And what I realized, and this is why I make these videos and this is why I talk on stream about this stuff, is that like when I learn new things, I get really excited to talk about it and I can explain it really well. But if it's like a week or two after, I don't even want to talk about it no more because I already internalized the information, and it's like I can't explain it anymore. I don't know how to explain it, but like that's why you hear people be like, you know, usually the best people to listen to for advice is not the pros, it's the coaches, because the coaches know how to explain things. The pros, they usually internalize all that information already, and it's really hard for them to explain it. They know what they're doing. It's kind of hard to explain it. Expert induced amnesia. Yes, dude, that's literally what it is. And that's like, I'm looking at these notes right now, and like, I remember writing these notes. Every note I wrote in here, I remember just be like, damn, that's good, that's good. And now I'm looking at it's like, I don't even want to, I don't know, that's like, that's normal. You know, it's like, it's already internalized in my brain. It's like, I don't even want to fucking talk about it. So it's like, oh, I guess I just gotta stream more so I can talk about shit that I learned and actually like be able to explain it, because old stuff I can't explain. It's already and that's the other thing too. That's why I like making these videos and talking on stream, because me talking about it out loud helps me internalize it quicker so I can learn more information later. You know, I just go through that process a little bit faster because I'm basically studying on stream. So it just benefits me and it benefits everyone else. You know, benefits the viewers, and then, you know, they end up start playing better, and then we finally get good competition to scrim against. So it's a win-win-win-win all around. Let me see. Yeah, but I don't even want to fucking, what is it? What's some good util for B retake? I got you, bro. Alright, this is, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Here's, this is a bomb denial molly. You know, flush out default, they can't plant. There's a bomb denial molly, and then you come right here, you aim right here. This is the white box smoke. Okay, never mind, it's right here. Yeah, my fault, my fault. Alright, look at right here. You got the bomb denial molly, you come right here. Smoke right here, this is for white box. Smoke off white box. And then you come right here, aim down here at the bottom of the E-box. You jump through a molly. That'll molly out the back of white box. And that was actually, oh, that's supposed to land better. Go here. Like right there. I think even right here. This would be better. Should spread all the way back here. Damn, why is it spreading so fucking bad? Right here. Boom. Yeah, molly all the white box, you got the smoke down, and then from the same position, you can combo these god flashes that I found. Like that. And then you could throw these as your teammates run up. They don't blind them at all. Unless they get in front of the bar, obviously. Do you have any tips for someone getting into CSGO? I'm downloading Face It right now as well. Just play, bro. Just play a lot, and then question everything. Question and you get a bunch of questions in your head, and then find answers. That's the best way to learn, because there is no set guide on how to improve. You just gotta kind of have to be self-taught. When you're first starting off, though, there's a lot of channels like Nard here, Vu, that you can watch. They got like good tips and stuff, but you know the deeper things, even early things too. You just gotta question and find answers. All right, fuck this, dude. I don't even want to talk about this shit. I'm not gonna lie. Let me mark this though, so I can come back to it. Go Yard, buy it. Finney Lynn, buy it. Rick Owens, buy it. Alright, I got some scripts I wanted to talk about. Some shit I thought was important. Some sponsorship too. That I have to talk about, but, you know. Let's see. Rick Owens, buy it. Finney Lynn, buy it. Alright. One second. Damn, that was actually one of the things I wanted to talk about. I already talked about it. I didn't realize. With the IGL thing. Let me throw that out. Alright. Okay, I think this is a good one I could talk about. Watching demos. How to watch demos, because I had someone... I always get that question a lot. How to watch demos. So I can talk about it, dude. Alright, so look at it. This is how you watch demos, man. Alright? You got two options. You can use the CSGO demo UI. I'll put all my commands that I would use to make that easier in the description when this is a video. If you want to go that route. I think I also... Okay, I personally use Refrag. I'm also sponsored by them, so you know, there's gonna be a little bit of bias there. But I still think it's like way easier to watch demos on Refrag. So let me switch up to their restrat here. Let's find a demo. So well, I gotta load a demo on the server. What? You sign me out, boy? Hold on. What the fuck am I signed out for? I do like that, Uzi. I do like that, Uzi. What's wrong with Refrag right now, dude? What the fuck am I signed out for? Okay. There we go. FaZe versus Big Clan. Okay, we'll load this demo up. Alright, so look at it. I'll put also the keybinds for Refrag into the description as well, because if you use this menu, you're capping, bro. That's what I first thought it was like when you had to watch demos on this, is you had to use them. Don't use the menu. Alright, you have to use binds. It's literally so much easier. I have binds for pause and play. I have binds for rewind around, skip the round, go back around, and then I have also a bind to go back the last 15 seconds for a Refrag. I think those are the most essential. There's other stuff you can bind to. You can look on their website. I don't think it's that important. I think these are the most essential. So look at when you're watching a demo, because everyone always asks like, what the fuck do you look for? Okay, you have two mindsets you can watch a demo from. Okay, there's three actually. One, oh, it's still downloading the demo. Actually, no, it's not. Let me get this downloaded. Balling like I am, Bojack. Sometimes I think too much. I think less. All right. There's three mindsets you can have when you watch a demo. Okay. There's three mindsets. First mindset is watching your own demo back, seeing what you did wrong, seeing what you did right. You know, you're analyzing yourself. It's not really like a learn new thing type of thing. It's more of like, let's see what I can correct and fix. It's like you know, you're coaching yourself pretty much. The other mindset you can have when you're watching a demo is watching it from the standpoint of an IGL. And when you do this, you're more looking for like strategic things. So like not necessarily team play, because that's more of like how people, just on the fly team play, like comms type stuff, but more like set stuff that you can rehearse with your team and bring to practice. So like, I guess for the example right here, watching pistol round. Oh, let's steal this pistol round shot. Let's see what FaZe does here. Oh, okay, they got one going lower. Yeah, all this cool stuff. Oh yeah, whatever. Who gives a fuck? I don't care about the strat. Okay, that's what you can do when you're IGLing and you're watching a demo. You should be looking. Not always though, because IGL's just still okay. Oh my god, I'm losing my train of thought. Okay. If you're watching from the standpoint of an IGL, you're looking to steal things pretty much. You're stealing setups, you're stealing defaults, you're stealing executes, you're stealing how they can take map control. You're looking for things you can implement in your team structurally wise. There's a lot of things that you will see in demos that looks structured, but it's probably more team play or reactionary, and it's like, or a protocol or something. So it's kind of like, you kind of have to figure these things out by watching a bunch of demos and think like, okay, what is set in stone that they agreed upon to do before, and what is a reaction? And you could differentiate between the two, because, bro, I remember like 2-3 years ago when I first got into competitive CS, I would watch these demos, and I used to think that, the strats were everything. Like literally, what they were peaking and stuff was all dictated from the start of the round. Like that, that is just unbelievable. But yeah, you realize that there's individuals playing, and there's going to be individual things that they do, and then there's also going to be strategic things that they do, and you'll see over time what is strategic when you see a bunch of teams doing the same thing over and over, right? So look for okay. look for like set in stone things that you obviously have the question and stuff, but look for things that look set in stone, and you could steal that. So be like, okay, let's go to a rifle round. How does Big Clan default this round? What kind of a default they're running? Okay. Oh, they're sending quite a bit of numbers towards long here. Oh, looks like it's gonna be like a late long take or something. Obviously, if you're brand new to this, you're not gonna know what a late long take is, but you'll see patterns come up of how teams are playing. T-side does too, and be like, oh, this seems to be like a setup where they sit outside long and then they end up late taking long, or the late taking mid. And then another thing too is when you're doing this and you're watching these demos, take notice of the economy of both teams. What teams are doing when they're low util, what teams are doing when they're full util, what teams are doing when they have lots of money. Are they doing something like aggressive because they know they can buy next round? Are they doing really dry defaults with low util because they don't have that much util? Another thing too is pay attention to the util of the other team. So how is Big gonna, approach a round where FaZe Clan is on a rifle low util buy, where they're like 4100? There's different ways to approach rounds like that. Take notice of the economy, take notice of the strats, and start matching that up into your head. And then obviously other teams, which you'll realize too, is that they have different styles, or even just like slightly different tweaks, but it's like the same premise of a strat of like defaulting mid or something. Throw a different flash. I used to think I needed to learn everything. You don't need to know everything. Things just need to be good enough when it comes to strats. Like, let's say some guy throws some crazy flash that lands over mid right here, and then you got another guy who throws one that's a little bit better that lands right here. Like, don't look at too much into that. Just realize it's the same premise of the strat, same goals and stuff in mind. So, yeah, take notice of economy, see what they're doing on their ecos, their force buys, full buys, how they approach those rounds, and then start, taking notes of that. Another thing that you have to do when you're taking notes as IGL is not just strats, but think of like what you can call in a round, how you can combine calls. Like, be like, okay, let's skip to like a mid-round situation here. 4v3, like how you can finish on a site. So it's like, okay, we got a smoke here. I guess like an example, they're probably not gonna show this round. I haven't seen this demo yet, but example was like once I was watching a demo and I saw Big take long control, and then they smoke corner and then just group back B and just instantly hit tunnels. Look at like your options that you can call as an IGL mid round too. Like what kind of mid round calls you can make. Be like, oh, you can combine a cat exec and then go straight into like a B contact or something. Just see how you can combine calls and work around strats and what teams are doing. It's like you gotta look at stuff mid round. It's not just off the start freeze time stuff. It's think of what the IGL is calling mid round and adapt that to your own game. So that's like watching a demo from the standpoint of an IGL. Obviously, take notice of the radars, take notice of all the stuff I said. When it comes to watching as a player though, which something you should still do if you're an IGL, don't just rely on strats alone, is you just obviously just pick one player. Pick one player, and then you want to take notice of how he's playing around his teammates, what angles he's holding, what util he's throwing, and like, try and guess what he's like gonna do in a sense. Same thing when you're watching from IGL. Try and guess what the IGL is going to call. And it's like a little game you can play. And then if you make the same call as tabs, and good job, bro. You're on your way. But yeah, when it's a little bit easier when you're watching as an individual or as a player. You just pick the player who plays your spots and you just watch him. And then you can just skip the round when he dies. Or if you want to watch the rest of the round out to see how like someone else clutches from a different position, you could do that too. But most of the rounds, you could probably skip when he dies if it doesn't involve you. So like, let's say you're like an A player, right? And this guy dies, and it's like, I don't know, an A retake. Like you're probably not going to be in a lot of A retakes. Obviously, you could learn about it, but if you like want to maximize efficiency of like sticking to what you need to learn, then you could just stick to your own roles and you could learn a little bit faster that way. Obviously, if you want, you could look at how to do an A retake, but you're probably not going to be a lot of A retakes if you're the A player. Hence the retake, So, but yeah, the player, just watch one POV, see what util they throw, what angles they hold, what angles they pre-fire. Just see how they aim. Just pick up all these things and how they play off each other. The spacing between their teammates. What kind of players buy what? If you're watching Simple and it's like a low buy, you might see him buy an AK armor and like one flash. Versus if you're watching Tabson and he's on the same util buy, you might see him buy Mac 10 and a bunch of util. Like start playing to like see what they're doing with their roles and stuff in mind. So it's just some shit with the demo. Obviously, I would say, me personally, use refrag. I think it's way easier. You can fast forward the round, slow down the round, rewind it, all that good shit. But if you don't want to spend the money, you don't have to go. I got commands for how to use the demo UI in Counter-Strike alone, because I used to use that for a long time. How to fast forward. It makes it a little bit easier that way too. But yeah, this is kind of like, this is my video on how to like watch demos in general, and how to improve on that. Damn, get a kill, Tabs. What the fuck you doing? But yeah, that's it for this this video. Even though I'm not ending the stream, I just have to say that because this is gonna be a video in a bit. Another thing too, actually it's not over. Another thing too you could do when you watch these, if you're using refrag, what I'll do when I totally didn't even talk about this. Okay, so you got how you watch the demo from the like what standpoints you can watch a demo from. But what you need to do while you're watching a demo is you have to stay focused, bro. You have to be in the zone. So take notes on everything. New things you learn, things you want to change, whatever it is, take notes on it. Have a notebook, write it down. You'll learn it way faster that way. Take screenshots of all the nades you see, and then if you have refrag, you can save the nades on nadar and you can come back and practice them. But take notes, take screenshots. If you find strats to steal, write down the strats, bring them to team practice the next day. If you're in IGL, that's what I usually do. I'll put it in the strat book and then I'll bring it up in practice. And then this is like the really important thing though, is that if you are taking notes and you're doing everything I say, screenshots, all that stuff, the next day, review what you learned from yesterday's demo. You had to review this, because this is how you're gonna learn way faster. It's all about retention, not just about learning new things. Because there was a period where I would just watch demo after demo after demo after demo and not put focus into retaining the information I learned. And I would just I would learn all this shit and then never be able to recall it in game because I didn't put the effort into retaining the information and studying it, like actually going through my notes and studying it like I got a test the next day. So that's some tips for watching a demo, how to watch a demo. Let me see. One last tip though for watching a demo, don't be afraid to take breaks. This is something I started doing. If I'm losing focus, I do this with aim training too. If I lose focus while watching a demo, let's say I'm watching this, I can't focus. Like I'm just not in the zone to like question and see what this guy's doing and trying to understand it. Is like I'll just take a break. Just go take a mental break. You're probably overloading your brain. Just go decompress. Go lay down on your couch for 5 to 10 minutes. Go pace around your room. Just don't go on your phone, because if you're trying to get work done, you gotta actually take resting breaks. And if you go on your phone and scroll on TikTok, Twitter, whatever that is, you're not actually resting. You're sitting still and chilling, but it's still storing up information in your brain. You just gotta let your brain decompress. Go like close your eyes, take a 5-minute nap, just take a break and come back to it. And bro, I'm telling you, when I start implementing this, I could go through like hours of demos where I take breaks in between, like 5-minute breaks, like every 20 minutes sometimes. You just take breaks. And then yeah, the last thing is just question everything. If you don't know anything about the game, just question everything. That's what I did. Just be like, why is he planning here? Why is he planning in this position? Why isn't he peeking long after he plants? Like, just question everything and try and find answers to your questions, because there's no study guide, there's no course to learn how to play Counter-Strike. It's everyone has to be self-taught for the most part. So when it comes to these demos, you have to self-teach yourself, and so just question everything. So I think that's everything I had written down to talk about for demos. Let me one last check. Yeah, man, that's everything. So like I said, I would use Refrag. I got a code in the description. That's my personal bias, but you know, if you want to save money, go ahead, use their own demo UI. It's just, that shit is gonna take forever to change rounds though, on God. So yeah. Let's see. How do you change? Let me see the questions. I'd love to see another video of all the nades you know on Vertigo Inferno. Great appreciate that, bro. I'll definitely get to that soon. How would you change up watching demos if you're watching a team you're gonna play soon? Oh shit. Okay, I didn't even think about this. So when it comes to anti-stratting, I gotta put this in here. Another way to watch demos, I forgot to mention, fourth way is anti-stratting. So when you're watching a team you're gonna play in the future, look for nuances and just look for patterns. Look for things that you see they repeat a lot, okay? Don't get too deep into anti-stratting and like overthink things, because I've done that before and it's thrown games where I think something's a tell and it's really not a tell. If you can find something that is a for sure tell, which you probably will at the lower levels of, like, let's say an example was on Nuke. This info's in the chat right now. Nuke, my team at Info, he found a tell of another team is that when they would nade the window, the back window on Nuke, that means they're executing on A site. That's a tell. That's a for sure tell. But a lot of teams at the higher levels are obviously going to be better at masking these things, but you can still look at like how they react to something. So you could play off their reaction. You could like see how they react to like a team that rushes long all the time. And then you can rush long and get them conditioned to you doing that, and then play off the reaction and, you know, anti-strat that way. Just look for tells, look for patterns. And obviously at the higher level, you're probably going to be better off looking at their reactions to things. So you can, because I guess what I'm trying to say is that you never know how a team's going to play that map, how they're going to start off the pace and stuff. It could, appreciate the follow, bro. It could be different every game. Like, obviously, when we're playing, it's different every game. We have different ways that we start off the map. So going into that, you can't go into a game expecting how a team's going to default, stuff like that. I mean, you can in a sense, but like, I think you're better off looking at reactions and how they react to certain things, so you can do those things and know how they're already going to react to it. Does that make sense? Versus going in and being like, oh, they're going to default tons every round. You can't really know that. That could always change, but you can know their reactions to what they do when you smoke Xbox, and you play off of that. So I think you're better off looking at reactions, their protocols and stuff like that. But yeah, that's some stuff for anti-stratting. And yeah, take notes, bring it up in practice, and then show your teammates, and preferably show them with the demo because it'll be easier to understand. But yeah, that's the last thing about watching demos. Good shit. I'll throw that in the video. Appreciate you bringing that up. Let me see what else. Seen a few videos of yours and really good, especially this one's talking about mental. Keep on the good work. You'll go far. Sorry for English. That was great English, bro. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Easy save. Was it from I think I saw like the first 4 rounds of this demo. Twist does save here. Have you checked out Leadify Starcaller? No. I was supposed to get sponsored by Leadify, and then I made a video for them, and I totally fucked up the pronunciation of their name, and they just like never talked to me. I like to ask, when you said you need to sit with your insecurities, what do you think about when you're sitting with them? Like, how do you fix it, or like coming to terms with it? Okay. Oh shit, that's a deep question. Okay. When it comes to your insecurities, all right, challenge the thoughts that come up. You know, see, like, if you, let's say you have a physical insecurity, this is what I would do. I would like look at myself in the mirror and see what emotion comes up. See what comes up, and then name the emotion. Be like, oh, this is fear. Fear of what? Oh, fear of judgment. And once you can name the emotion, and you know, you can really sit with it and feel it, then you're going to want to find the origin of where that came from. This is what helped a lot for me. So I'll give you an example. Big insecurity of mine was, it sounds weird as hell, but flirting with girls in front of people, and like knowingly hitting on someone in front of my friends or something. That was like a huge insecurity of mine. And I realized they came from 8th grade. And so I sat with that. I was like, why am I so scared to like talk to girls when someone else is around? And it came from, it was a fear. It was a fear of judgment. And it came from 8th grade. I remember there was this one girl I really liked. Not gonna say no names, but I remember I was talking to her. You know, I was like clearly interested in this girl. And then one of my friends was like, yo, why are you always flirting with her? And like kind of just like called me out, and it was just really awkward, man. And it was like that shit just stuck with me. It's like, so then I basically internalized in my head, it's like, oh, if you flirt with someone in front of someone, they're just gonna make fun of you. So don't do that. And then you kind of have to like find out the origin of whatever your insecurity is, and then challenge those thoughts. So then, you have to, I had to challenge that and be like, that's just not true. If someone does that, then they're just being a dickhead. That shouldn't stop me from, flirting with a girl. Like, challenge those thoughts. Or like, let's say another one. I used to be kind of chunky, and I used to be kind of skinny. I was both ends of the spectrum. So a big insecurity was like obviously my physical appearance and me being fat. And there was a period where I was fat when I was bulking up like 6 months ago. I overdid that shit like crazy. But what I had to do was like sit in the mirror and be like, okay, what is this insecurity come from? Oh, it's a fear of judgment. Where did that come from? When was the first time I was called fat? Oh, same thing, 8th grade, when my friends made fun of how thick my fucking thighs were. And like, I got really insecure about that. And it's like, damn, you're gonna get made fun of for being fat. Can't be fat, And so that would just sit with me. And you have to challenge those thoughts. You're like, I'm not fat no more. Like, I lost a bunch of weight. Like, you have to challenge those thoughts that are coming to your mind and like fucking with you. So that's the one thing. And then you just have to remind yourself. And then another thing too, I just realized even today, like literally just today, is your insecurity, you can address your insecurities, you can solve a lot of them, but sometimes, you can still have sensitivity from like an insecurity that you kind of solved. And it's like, sometimes the end goal of an insecurity is not getting rid of it entirely, but knowing how to manage it, because that insecurity still might be there. If it's something you're really insecure about, like there's a good chance you might not fix it. I mean, you probably can if you really put the work in, but 80% of the job, 80% of getting the deed done is learning how to manage it. So like if you can recognize an insecurity and call it out, that's a big deal. Like let's say physical appearance, right? And you'd be like, damn, I couldn't talk to this girl because of, I think it goes back to that insecurity. Just knowing that and being able to identify your insecurity helps you manage it. Be like, all right, that's my insecurity speaking. Let's not let it rock the boat. And then you still act despite what that insecurity is telling you. You see what I'm saying? So like, obviously the end goal is to get rid of the insecurities entirely, so those thoughts don't even come up. But if you can still identify the insecurity, it's a little bit easier to manage. So you're not letting the insecurities, drive the boat. You're still in charge of the boat. You're the captain. You're the pilot, man. Don't let the insecurities pilot the boat. Call them out and learn how to manage them. And then they still might be there, but still manage them and still act in despite of the insecurities. See what I'm saying? That's some shit I realized. So another example, insecurity within the game, me being a bad aimer. That's a big one. So I put a lot of effort into like trying to solve the insecurity. So that's another obviously way you can go about and try and fix it, is if you can change the insecurity and fix it, that's gonna help too. But there's still gonna be kind of like that mental like build up from all the time in there of like dealing with the insecurity, that like you're still gonna deal with it mentally, even if you do fix it physically. So yeah, with aiming, I think I'm a really fucking good aimer now. But I used to just kind of be a shit player, so I would just be scared to take fights. So there's that insecurity in me taking fights and taking duels, and it would lead to like, me missing out on good situations to fight someone. So it's like I had to sit with that insecurity and realize that's not true anymore. I'm actually like a really good aimer, and I had to put time into becoming a good aimer. So I had to put time into fixing that insecurity physically, and then also had to put time into fixing it mentally and realize that it's not true anymore. You see what I'm saying? So same thing with going to being fat. I lost a bunch of weight. I fixed it physically, but struggle with body dysmorphia. I've been working out for 6 years. I thought I was fat the whole fucking time. And I'm like, right now I'm like 6'1", 195 pounds, probably like 13% body fat. Like, I still struggle with that shit. I'm like, damn, I'm fat as fuck. Like, and it's like, I can know I'm not, but I can still feel I'm fat. It's because the mental guck. It's all that build up from the insecurities and stuff. So you can address it physically, and you have to address it mentally. The mentally part is the part that a lot of people don't work on, and they'll fix their insecurities physically and just never touch the mental part. And that's like the main part, dude. That's the main fucking part. Why don't I grind FPL? I don't have time, dude. I don't have time to pug. I wake up in the morning, dude. I wake up and then shower. I shit and eat. I shit and eat. I shit and eat at the same time to save time, bro. This is how fucking strained I am on time. I shit and eat. I eat oatmeal while I smell my own duty, bro. You know how fucking disgusting that is? But it's cool now. I'm cool with it. Top G type vibes. I'm cool with it now. But I wake up, I shit and eat, shower, come out. I edit for like an hour and a half, aim train for 30 minutes, cut out, hit the gym, After the gym, I go to work. While I'm at work, I demo review, prep shit for team practice, come home. I got team practice for like 2-3 hours. And then afterwards, I got like three. It's a little bit better now. I got like 3 to 4 hours to myself to like just chill out. I'm already like overworked. 79 hours past 2 weeks. Who, me? Was it me? Let's see if it is me. Hold on. Do I have 79 hours? Where did I see that shit at? Oh, I do. Yeah. So that's literally all the time from demo reviews, team practice, and stuff like that. I literally have no time to pug. You deal with bunking in the game like after you start missing shots. It literally is a full-time job, bro. And it's like some shit I was like kind of angry about after that, that match. It's just like, man, I just want to fucking take a dub already, man. I just want to take a dub. Like, I'm putting in so much work into like YouTube, grinding, trying to go pro and stuff. Like, I just want to take a fucking W for once, man. Like, I'm still really not even getting paid for this whole YouTube shit and stuff. It's like, fuck, man. It's been like 3 years of nonstop grinding. Like, damn. But the time will come. The time will come. I just gotta keep going, man. How do you deal with bonking in a game after you start missing shots? So that's what happened. That's what happened in the last game, actually. Exactly what you're talking about. Are you trying to like not trying to let the nerves get to you? Get inside your own head. One thing that helps a lot. Yeah, I appreciate that, Sid. Appreciate that, bro. I just want to say I wasn't saying that out of pity. I wasn't looking for pity. It's just I just wanted to be open about something like that. It's like, damn, like I think that was the reason why after the game I was like, fuck, like I was like kind of upset. 'Cause, like, I just want to take a W. It's like I'm not trying to look for pity or nothing. It's just I kind of want to explain that. But yeah, talking about getting your own head and stuff like that. Like you kind of that's what happened in the last game, dude. I almost got into my own head. And I figured out, the Art of Learning. That book, really good book if you want to learn the mental game of a lot of things. Bro, you gotta just whatever comes your way, emotions, nerves, just use that shit, bro. That last game when that guy started talking shit, I don't know if you guys noticed it, I started playing better. I've literally got the Jordan mindset, bro. The Michael Jordan mindset. People talk shit to Jordan, he just dropped 60 on him, go crazy. He just used that anger that he would get from them talking shit to fuel his gameplay. And that's what I did last match, dude. Like that guy started talking shit, or even when we lose a round, I get angry from that loss. I'm like, one, I could use this anger and just start shit talking my teammates, which is not going to help anyone. And it's literally going to just destroy relationships. Or I can just let that anger fuel my gameplay, or let these nerves just fuel my gameplay. You just want to feel it. And the big problem is that a lot of people, they'll get these emotions and nerves and anger and stuff like that, and their solution is to block it out and suppress it. That doesn't help anything, because in order to really be at your peak performance, you have to be in the flow state, bro. And the flow state comes from just acceptance and being in the exact moment you're in. And in order to be in the exact moment you're in, you have to feel these nerves and you have to feel these emotions. So if you just accept them and just ride them, just let them feel you, just feel that shit, bro. I'm telling you, if you try it, next game you play, I guess if you want to, get some emotions, sparked up, get no pug and start talking shit to someone, and then get to talk shit back, and you get the anger. Just try it out. Just try using that anger to play better. Just let it fuel you, bro. I'm telling you, it works 100%. Just ride your emotions. It sounds weird as hell, but you just let that shit ride. I'm trying to think of what else I was gonna say, but yeah, you gotta. Another thing too is obviously to meditate. That helps you get into the zone. When you're meditating, you're like, you're in the present. If you can meditate in the present. Oh, that's okay. That's what I was gonna say. So when you are trying to suppress these emotions, there's a conflict going on inside your head where you're feeling something and you're actively shoving it down. Like, no, I can't feel it. And that's taking away your attention from the present. You see what I'm saying? So by accepting it, you get rid of the conflict. I've talked about this before, but I remember I used to, I think I said it before too, where I had aim train and I would just do it without music, so I'm in the zone and focus. I realized now that's not helping me, because when I'm on stage at the major and people are fucking shouting my name, people are saying fuck Sam R and all that, I have to be able to still focus. I can't control my environment. And it goes back to the book, The Art of Learning. You have to make sandals, bro. There's a guy who wants to walk the earth, and there's thorns all over the planet, right? He has two options. He can carve a trail and, put all his work into building a path he can walk on, or the dude can make some fucking sandals. And that's what you gotta do, is make your brain your own sandals so you can traverse any terrain. So that's what I started doing, is I would play with music, because I fucking dance. I dance all the time, man. I just get, I'm fucking in the zone shit. I play some Kanye and I want to like head bop. And I would do that while I'm aim training and learn to just accept that the music is there. That's what I started doing for distractions. Instead of being in my own head and in conflict with these distractions and being like, oh, I can't think, just can't think about it, can't think about it. Like someone's eating behind me or something, or someone's talking about it. I can't think about it, I can't think about it. You just have to accept that they're there and just embrace it. Be like, there's someone eating behind me. I hear him. That's okay that I hear him. I'm just gonna be in the zone. Just I hear him. That's fine. Just accept it. And just when you accept these things, there's no conflict in your head. And that's what happened. I remember I was aim training, and my brother walked in. Normally when someone's like in the kitchen or in the house and they're walking around, it messes me up because I can't focus. You know, I'm trying to focus on the game. But I was like, all right, I just gotta embrace that he's home. And I just accepted that he was gonna be here and just make a lot of noise. And I just started playing even better by accepting that. And the motherfucker, dude, he even came into the room and started having a conversation with me. And I was like, all right, let's try it out here too. I'm just gonna accept that he's having a conversation with me and just still play. And I accepted it. I accepted it and just kept on aim training. And dude, I was PRing. I was PRing too. It's like just being in complete acceptance of all your surroundings, everything going on, and just being present, accepting your emotions, no conflict in your head. That's how you play at peak performance, dude. See what I'm saying? Would your team win a round against a pro team? I don't know, man. We played against ATK and we played against what was the other team? I forgot what the other team was. There's some other like Gaming Gladiators, I think. I don't know. It's some like tier 2 Brazilian team, and we got 16-1 against ATK. I think we also got like 16-6 against the other team. So yeah, I guess I don't know about Team Lego and them. Ain't it better to grind FPL for individual success rather than ESA? Should kind of accept. I mean, I guess, but I don't have time for it, so it's not a path I can take. I play Valorant music on that game's easy. Don't. Rob Valorant Pro, man. I appreciate that, Raven. Music with CS while DMing is nice. It is nice. What do I do to aim train? Look up Wes Proter and look up his aim train routine. It's the best routine you'll find. Swear to God. I've been running that shit for a while. I'm so crispy now, dude. It's ridiculous. Say 5 auto snipers and get that fucking. This up his team. Gaming Gladiators? Was it? No, it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't that team then. I can't think of the team. West Proter? It's Proter. West Proter. Fierce aim train routine is good too. I don't think I've ever seen that, but if it's anything to do within the game, like bots and stuff, I think that shit's kind of cap. I'm not gonna lie. I think Kovacs is the way to go. It's just scientifically, proven and shit. Scientifically proven that like you want specific scenarios that target certain things. Oh, he death matches? Yeah, I mean, you can make it work, but I just don't think it's the most efficient way. Aim Trainer's not bullshit. I will die on this hill, bro. I will die on this hill. Aim Trainers are not bullshit at all. You've probably been running shit routines. Kovacs, bro. Yo, you want the smoke? No, that is not true. I will die on this hill. That's just not true at all. Look at this. Okay, okay, look at, because I'm in a bodybuilding, okay? I work out like crazy. All right. Trying to be aesthetic as fuck. Next is good shit, whatever. All right. The way I see deathmatching and aimbots, that's like doing bench, deadlift, and squat. Like, yeah, it's a good workout. You build a decent physique from it. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not the best. It's not efficient. If your goal is hypertrophy, putting on muscle, aim trainers are like your isolations, bro. That's like, obviously, deathmatching is still good. You want to do integration training where you learn where to aim in your own game because there's different targets based on the game you're playing. But playing deathmatch and aimbots alone is, like I said, bench, deadlift, and squat. You could build a decent physique by doing that. Some people can build a really good physique by doing that, right? But if you want to build like a tip-top proportional physique, you bench, deadlift, and squat all the time, maybe your traps are lacking. Okay, let's do some isolations. Let's start doing some shrugs. That's what Kovacs is for. You can have scenarios that target specific flaws in your aim. Let's say it's your flicks. You can have scenarios that target just your flicks. If it's your acquisition, correcting your shot and getting on the target, you can have scenarios that target your acquisition. If it's your tracking, you have scenarios that target your tracking. If it's your, let's say, micro aiming, like really small, you can have scenarios that target that. When you just DM and aimbots, you don't get specific scenarios that target things that you need to focus on, your bottlenecks. If you want to aim train effectively or train anything effectively, you can't just do like one routine and just ride it. You can't just do one routine and ride it to the top, because like, I mean, obviously you can see progress by doing that, but you'll see more progress by having a base routine and implementing innovation and targeting your bottlenecks, and not just mindlessly grinding. You want to put some thought into your grind and focus on bottlenecks. That's how you improve way faster. Also, not just that you can, not just the fact that you can target specific things. It's just that the reps per minute, you get way more reps per minute in an aim trainer versus deathmatch. You maybe find a fight in a deathmatch like once every 15 seconds. In an aim trainer, you're doing that same flick. You're practicing the same flick like 15 times in 15 seconds, if even that. There's more to the game, the mechanics of CS perfecting counter. Okay, so then let's argue that. So you just switched your argument. Stay in the same argument. You can't say that aim trainers are bullshit and then switch your argument and say that, oh, aim trainers are bullshit because they don't work aspects that aren't your aim. No one's saying that you should aim train to focus on your mechanics in game of like surfing and counter strafing and knowing how to pre-aim stuff. Aim trainers are literally meant exactly what they say. They're trained specifically your aim. That's what I'm saying. You still need a DM. You still need a pug, because those things are learned by playing. But you're going to get way more effective aim practice by going in an aim trainer that specifically targets your bottlenecks and what you need to work on. Like I said, it goes back to the analogy of bodybuilding. You can build a decent physique with bench, deadlift, and squat, but if you want to get proportional, if your biceps are lacking, stop fucking benching, deadlifting, and squatting. Start doing some bicep curls or some, lat pull downs, some pull ups. Like, you need to target your bottlenecks if you want to improve faster. You see more progress that way. All the things you're saying can be done in deathmatch. That's not true at all. You can just play the game and never touch an aim train and be fine, but aim training isn't bullshit. Obviously, it will help. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can bench, deadlift, and squat and build a decent physique that way, but it's just not efficient. If you really want to build a good physique, you start doing your research. You get with your isolations. You change your rep range. You start doing more reps. You start going to failure more. Get your RPE up. You get more negatives in your workouts. You get more drop sets. Like, you start focusing what you want to work towards. If your goal is to be a better CS player, okay, you can obviously deathmatch and aim train, or deathmatch and aim bots, but like, if you really want to target your bottlenecks, fucking aim train, dude. Get on Kovacs, get on the right routine. I feel like a lot of people have this negative connotation with aim trains because they ran some shit voltaic routine that just doesn't help them at all, or they just got on Kovacs and literally clicked on the first thing they saw. It's like, that's not how you do it. You're just doing it wrong. Obviously, I'm not trying to come at you, bro, but I hear this all the time. Figure out what part of your aiming you need to work on by using the benchmarks. That's what I'm saying. Go to the West Proter benchmarks. It lists all the categories of what functions of your aim, and then you can see where you rank lower on each one, where you score lower, and then just focus on that. That's what I do. I do a different one every day. Doesn't mean aim training isn't still helpful. Kovacs on top, reps per unit. Exactly. When you deathmatch, you can consciously target those. That's not true, dude. You can't consciously target micro adjusting from here to here when you're aim training. That's just not true at all. Zai would never. Okay, so this is another. What is that called? This is a fallacy. Just because someone achieves something without the use of something else does not mean that person was right. Like I just said, bro, you literally are arguing on my side that you can bench, deadlift, and squat and get a good physique. You can play the game and get good aim. But if you really want to target it and improve at the most efficient way, then do that. Like, this goes, like, you realize that science changes, bro. The meta changes. Bodybuilders back in the day were hitting like 50 sets a workout. Nowadays, it's scientifically proven that you want to do like 12 max, right? And then people are gonna be like, "Oh, but Arnold, look at Arnold. He did those 50 sets. He did 8 sets of lat pull downs. He didn't. Look at his physique." It's like, okay, just because someone did that doesn't mean it's the most efficient way. We're arguing efficiency here. We're not arguing what you can do to achieve what the end goal. We're arguing efficiency. What's the most efficient? And the most efficient is aim training. It's literally just, there's no arguing against it. I've yet to see a good argument about it. You might not know the problem areas if you, exactly, that too. You're able to play harder scenarios than you can in DM. That too, exactly. So I would never practice at all. I read that. Only DM and didn't know my right flicks are significantly that's another thing. Exceptions don't make the rule. I mean, yeah, that doesn't mean it's the most exactly. Is stretch still fire or is Nate? I don't know. I don't know anything about reses. I play stretch. This is frustrating comment from CS players, not comment. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but people just be like, bro, just DM and plug. Okay, I feel like I'm coming at this guy really hard. You know, no hate to you. It's just I see this all the time, dude. And it's like I see it on Twitter a lot where it's like I saw this one tweet and this guy was like, people put too much time into finding out the most effective form of practice. You just need to grind, bro. And just because pros made it by grinding. And it's like, okay, what are you trying to even argue against? Are you trying to like I can see where he's coming from. It's like a lot of people sometimes will just put all their effort into finding the most effective way before even putting work in. But like, what's bad about finding the most effective way to aim training and then just running with that? It's literally the most effective way, you know? Like, why the fuck would you not do that? You want to be optimal. Like, you want to, there's no reason not to. Valorant people are the same way. They hate aim trainers. I think grid shot, aim less. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up with that, but that is just aim trainers. Don't talk shit about Kovacs, bro. I will die on this hill. I will die because I've seen how, bro. Because I've ran those stupid ass those aim guys I've seen on YouTube where it's like, best new aim routine Counter Strike, 1,000 bots, 2,000 bots, 4,000 bots USP. It's like that does not help, dude. That shit is like, oh my god. It's like any type of motor skill. Like you want to focus on specific scenarios that you need to work on your bottlenecks. Like if you're a golfer, yeah, you can get good at golf by just golfing, but you got to practice your putts, practice your drives. Like what is there to argue against this? I don't know. How many hours do you have on Kovacs or aim? Yeah, I'm curious too, Trill. What do you think I could sell this AK for? I have no idea about skins. I'm probably not gonna click on the link. I'm not gonna lie. Too many scams going on, bro. No hate. 10K Boston. Boss is only good for flick training. That's it. See, that's where I disagree too. So that's not even like I disagree too, because you can practice your acquisition aimbots as well. You also practice, your dynamic aim where the bots move left and right. Yeah, exactly. There's other things you can train in aimbots, but it's like, why do that when you could just do something that's more effective? And then also, Kovacs, you can literally find scenarios that are always harder than what you can progressively overload. Like you need to constantly be challenging yourself. Like you can't just mindlessly DM for 100 hours and think that's gonna like make you improve. If you're not consciously like if you're not stressed while you're training, you're not training hard enough. Like you need to low key be stressed in your brain. It's gotta be like a little bit frustrating for you to activate the neuroplasticity for your brain to actually adapt. That's just how motor skill works. Motor learning works. No, I don't do voltaic. I do West Pro. I used to do voltaic. I think it's I don't think it's the best. I think there's a lot of I used to run the fundamental routine. Man, I feel like I wasted so much time on that shit. West Proter has hands down best routine. I have improved. My aim is skyrocketed running West Proter routine, because he talks about a lot of people talk about what's it called, making things notable and like rememberable, where they stand out and you'll learn faster that way. So I just do a different one of his routines of West Proter's routines. Like I'll do his dynamic routine. I'll do his dynamic flicking, dynamic tracking, and then I'll just do a different routine every day. And I've been fucking excelling with my aim. Oh yeah, I was just curious about the benchmarks. Counter, strafing, spray, transfers, flicks, 108 off flicks. I mean, yeah, you can work on that stuff. Yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot to... Dude, shut the fuck. I can touch my monitor. It's the POV. I don't know why I've been told that so much. Like, why are you so far away from your screen? Can't believe Casey said that shit, man. Yeah, the Volvet take fun. Yeah, they are so shit for Counter-Strike. Deathmatch still OP. You're fighting real human movements and crosshair placement. That's the thing, though, dude. Why train fighting the base movements that you're going to run into in game when you can train fighting something harder than that? So when you get in game, it's easier. It's like running with ankle weights. Like, give me a fucking gun. Why would I train against a bot that's like gonna constantly move, like how people normally move? They, strafe left and right. Why would I train against this when I can go into Kovacs that has the same thing with a smaller hitbox that moves faster? So now I'm training at a harder difficulty. So now when I get in game and that guy moves left and right, he's got a bigger hitbox and this guy's moving slow as fuck compared to that routine I just ran. So now it's an easier shot. Like you have to challenge yourself, bro. Bro, Trill, I'm sorry, bro, but you're talking from a place of ignorance. What you just said right there just shows that you've never done a routine, a proper Kovacs routine. There's routines that simulate in-game scenarios. All of them do. You're acting like all these routines are like tracking some circle. Like, dude, I could just tell you haven't run a good routine by what you just said right there. But for optimal improvements, it's exactly focus on your bottlenecks. Sample smoothness isn't important. Exactly, yeah, you don't play the game and average 28 kills. That's fine, man. Good for you, but we're not arguing that. We're not arguing if you can see success from just playing the game and improving aiming that way. No one's arguing that. I'm arguing, and you've yet to counter this argument, that aim training with an aim trainer, it's more optimal and more efficient. That's what I'm arguing. I mean, at least you acknowledge that. Yeah, I feel okay. I want to stress it, dude. I'm not trying to call you out, but like I hear this all the time on Twitter and stuff. It's like you're kind of like the voice of those people for me right now. I'm not trying to like target you, but you know, we're arguing right now. Started CS in 2021. Okay, it's pretty recent. It's good shit though. 28 kills a game. Like how smoothing helps with readjustments. Yeah, tracking helps with your acquisition. You know, you flick to a target and you gotta flick back onto it. There's like scenarios where the bot's constantly moving and it goes in random directions, so you have to like track, and you have to flick back onto it, and that helps that aspect of your aim. It's alright. It's a give and take W, everyone. It's super important. Definitely just play Air UFO 10. I don't think I've ever played that one, Air UFO. But yeah. Yeah. That's some good shit. Let me see if I got any other things to talk about. Damn, it's already 12, bro. Alright. I'm gonna just do this on stream, bro, because I gotta do this I gotta do it for TikTok. I gotta do this for Refrag. I gotta do this for TikTok, bro. So it looks like I'm selling out, man. You know, obviously I believe everything I'm gonna say in the next like minute because it's a TikTok, but you know, I gotta do it for the sponsorship, man. So watch this. Fuck. Hold on, let me switch it. I gotta talk about Nadar. I gotta talk about Nadar. Alright, obviously it's low-key sponsorship for everyone in the stream, but I'll just talk about this real quick. Fuck, I feel like alright, look it. Because this is gonna be a TikTok about Refrag. So oh, fuck. I don't know how to start this. I feel like I'm about to just sound so corny. Hold on. Let me get these nades up. Alright, look it. I get this question asked all the time about like util and like how I have so much util memorized. Alright. Obviously, you can save your nades and stuff, like screenshotting it on your phone, or like have like a unlisted YouTube playlist. That works too. But what I found works best is like having a dedicated server to save your nades. There's other servers out there like practice server and stuff, that practice mod, but obviously I've been recently sponsored by Refrag and I've been using theirs, and I think personally I just think it's way easier to run. You know, you have your nades saved, you got your list of the nades, and then you can also have like fuck, that's so hold on a second. You got your nades saved, and you also like see where the nades are, as you can see on the screen, like where you can throw it from, where the nade lands and shit like that. But yeah, another thing too about the nadar is that you can also throw nades, and then it'll like, or if you need to find a lineup, you can just stand in a spot and use like their nade finder, and it'll find a lineup for you. So like, let's say you're playing ramp on Dust 2 and you want to find a smoke that lands cat, you can sit here and use their tool. They'll find you a smoke that lands on cat. So obviously I get this question all the time about like how I have so many nades and how I like learn, like when I'm playing I just throw so much util. It's like I save all my shit in here, and I think the most important part is to practice it. So I'll practice like once a week when my team's going over a new map. I'll practice the map and then all their nades. I'll go through all of them. So I got the list saved on the, you know, right here on the left side. I'll go to the map nades. I'll load my nades, and then I'll just go through this whole list. You can't see it because the webcam's in the way, but I'll just go through this whole list and just practice shit like once a week. So that's how I can memorize all my nades and, you know, throw all this stuff. So if you need a place to you know, save nades, Refrag's the way to go. I got a code in the description. You know, it probably sounds like I'm selling this shit out, but I really believe this is like the best tool for saving nades, like hands down. I mean, come on, dude. So yeah. All right, okay. I feel like a sellout, but like I do actually believe everything I just said. I gotta make a video about nadar for TikTok, because I've been making like videos for Refrag on YouTube. I forgot I had to like I had to do TikToks too, so I did that real quick. Let me see the what for sales at least. Hold on. Honestly, though, you can keep just DMing in game, but saying aim training is useless. Like saying those extra 100 push-ups you did was worth this. Yeah, no, it's worth it, bro. It's like water or Gatorade. They're both good, but together is better. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. How do you remember? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show your comment and then with the video. So Ryoji's gonna use YouTube videos and server commands for nade training. What's up, man? Yeah, it's nice and simplified. How many nades do you have saved across all maps? I have like 640 nades saved. So that's why your retention training is so important. Familiar with Anki? No, I don't know what the fuck that is. All right, let me throw this out. Fuck out of here, boy. Oh, let me see if I got enough space on my disk before this recording runs out. Okay, we're good. We good. Because I got to edit this. We good. We good. No, I don't know what the fuck Anki is, though. Let me see if I got any other scripts. I have a bunch of scripts saved. Hold on. Oh, fuck. I just got the wrong one. What is this? Oh. Wait, what? Shoo! Yo, thanks for the follow, Cleveland. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, I did talk about this. I talked about this. I talked about it. Let's fucking go, dude. You sound like such a bot, Rob. No, we did not win today, unfortunately. And we're probably out of the season for main, so that's unfortunate. But we know we got to work on. So I think we'll be all right. Next season, we come back strong as fuck. Honestly, I think a lot of the hard work is out of the way in terms of strat book and everyone just memorizing roles and stuff like that. I think there's still gonna be a lot of more hard work ahead, but I think it's just team playing comms and stuff like that. So stuff we can just run over and over and over again in scrims, and I don't know. I just think it's gonna be a lot easier to work on once we focus it. Yo, what the bro? I was speaking on Spanish, man. Put that shit in English. You any tips for managing CS with school work? Yes. Okay. So people are gonna tell you to grind like crazy. Well, I'm gonna tell you, because I gotta manage this shit too. Never train to zero. At the end of the day, never train to zero. So if you're trying to balance CS and work and school, fit what you can of Counter-Strike in there and try and make it the most optimal, efficient practice, but never go to zero. You always want to end the day with quality practice. You never want to be burnt out by the end of the day. And you want to put a lot of focus into not just CS when you're training this, but put focus into improving it overall. So it's like you'll find more efficiency that way. So if you're trying to balance schoolwork and life, maybe you find out you're getting like really overworked. Find ways to meditate and decompress. That's gonna help you fit a little bit more work in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, try and find a good balance. People will say balance is. I disagree with that at all. Balance is key, dude. Balance is key. Find a good balance between the two, and when you're practicing CS, try and make it the most high quality practice you can, and try and recover from that and be able to retain that information. Because you're better off with an hour of high quality practice than someone who DMs 10 hours a day and just doesn't. You know. So that's my tip. Find a really good balance. I appreciate the follow, Trilly. Yeah, at least you keep your main spot though, which yeah, that's true. You say your teammates are as dedicated as you are going to pro, or nah, since they want to. I don't. No, I mean I don't think so. This is not any bash for us. I mean Rob's in the chat right now, but they got jobs and shit. Like I don't know if it's their number one priority, like kind of like how it's mine, or it's like I'm putting a lot of emphasis in it. But you know, everyone still puts the work in. So I am Mexican, that's why I look Spanish. But yeah, I think Rob would agree to that. That everyone else on the team has a lot more responsibilities. It's free software that's used for efficiently optimizing memory. It would be useful for, huh? That's crazy. Let me write that down. Anki. Hanky panky. 1 second. I'm writing that shit down. Un momento. Well, yeah, I don't like talking about some stuff with the team. I just think that doesn't need to be aired out. But you say you're most dedicated. We got jobs and shit. Gotta make. Yeah, exactly. I appreciate that, Rob. Yeah, I don't think it's some things are just you just don't say about your team to other people. That's just in-house shit, man. Anki. I just wrote that down. But yeah, Rob, you know, Paula, Eli, they're all fucking shit, dude. I'm the best on the team. I'm not even gonna lie. They're all fucking dog shit. Rob's, you know, he's just holding the op basically. He just holds the op for me every round. I just wait till he dies and I pick that shit up and just clutch up, you know. Nothing, no big deal. Right now I'm in a spot where others all have responsibility don't want to put effort in CS. I even said I don't know if we make it out of the first round. Damn. Yeah, you gotta find people with like minds. Just let me know if you have any questions about it. I haven't gotten around to use CS. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it, dude, because retention is a big thing. Retention is a big thing. Yo, how many fucking did I hit 1,000 followers? I think I'm like pretty close on Twitch. I got a bunch of follows today. I think I'm pretty damn close. 902. Yeah, you. Thanks. I remember you saying you have ADHD on your vids. No, I do. So do you know how I cannot accidentally zone out for watching YouTube for? Fuck. Okay, I'll get that in a second. Let me read the other chat. Talk about ADHD, dude. I thought I did this season when people decided this. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You gotta find people that same page. That's why, dude. That's what people always ask about my team. Like I spent like 6 months doing tryouts, like all together. It's like 4 for the first roster, 4 months of trials for the first roster, and then like another 2 for the people we had to replace and stuff. You know, 4K everywhere. Okay. But to not zone out, okay. This is something I had to learn about that, dude. Okay, you gotta realize, especially if you have ADHD, bro. You go on YouTube, Shorts, TikTok, that shit is targeted for you, man. It is predatorial. Okay? You just have to accept the fact that you can't enter the arena with it. Like you just gotta realize that they say you're a boxer, right? YouTube Shorts, YouTube, TikTok, that's Muhammad Ali. You're not winning that fight. You wanna know how you don't lose and get knocked out? You don't step in the ring. So don't step in the ring. Just know if you open YouTube, you're fucked. Just don't open that shit. Don't open that shit or you're fucked. Another thing too is just like dopamine detox. So just get used to not, you know, constantly scrolling and watching shit. Cause that helped my ADHD a lot. Was meditating and then not having Twitter and stuff to like constantly scroll and just feeding that dopamine loop. Like that helps a lot. Also stop beating your meat too. That helps like crazy. Switch using 2 times we spent overall. So though we spent also trying to get tired of something. So, damn, bro, that sucks. Yeah, I hate kicking people, man. I hate kicking people. You're better off just keeping people and just fixing problems. Top G's don't watch exactly. Tech hello crit. I mean, yeah, easy typo. Easy little typo right there. Little typo. Fuck, is there so much to talk about? Hold on, what's the script? Shit looks like ass, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Shit, man, I guess I could talk about this too. Get on that refrag grind real quick. Y'all can keep on typing and ask questions and shit while I talk about this. A little bit more sponsorship shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Face it, the wave. Make FPO. I would if I had time, bro. I just don't got time. I definitely would. All right, let me crossfire. Good dust. He's kicking, bro. One guy said I can't handle this at the moment. Another just legit left and deactivated his account. The other guy said his girl was wanting more attention. Placed out. Damn. That sucks. Alright, Kronos, peace out, bro. And join tier 1 or tier 2. I mean, you still need league experience, dog. You still need league experience. And also, you learn way faster. You learn way more in league than grinding pugs. If you want to learn more and improve faster, you want to put more of your emphasis in leagues and scrim, not pugs. If you're on the other team, you'd legit be like, what the fuck? Somehow we finished. Damn. Pretty decent for going through all those 6th. Your friend looks good for saving finance. What does it offer? Oh my god. Yo, that is a great question, man. Team stuff sounds way worse than I don't think so. That's not that bad to join a team. You just gotta put the work in, man. Dude, that's why I literally that's why I started a channel. That's why I started a YouTube channel, so I could get my recognition out there, get my clout. I didn't want to take the normal route. People, you get a lot of problems joining teams. You take the normal route, but I was like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, get some audience, get some clout, and then also just display that I know what the fuck I'm talking about as an IGL publicly by making videos. So when it comes to like people picking me up on a team, they can look at this one IGL and try him out for 3-4 weeks to see how good he is in IGL, or they can look at my fucking channel and see, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about. They can see my streams, they can see all that shit, and it's easy to join teams. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the normal route, dude. Get some fucking clout. Put some effort into like building an audience and stuff. It pays off. I literally joined main teams and stuff just because of the channel alone. They're like, I almost joined Davenport because of the channel alone. That was like 2 years ago. And then they told me they wanted me to IGL main squad, and then they're like, I was like, you know what? Okay, I might be able to do it. I gotta see if you guys have the right programs for me. You know, I put like a week or two into like looking into their majors and stuff to see if I want to make the decision. And I'm like, you know, I might take this. I hit up the guy, the coach of Davenport, and then he's just like, oh, for real? You interested? Oh, okay. Well, we want you for JV though. And it's like, what the fuck kind of shit is that, man? I'm not gonna move to Michigan for JV CS. What the fuck do you think this is? But yeah, I guess the moral of that story was that I almost joined Davenport because of the channel alone. They're like, yeah, you seem to know what you're talking about. And I had like IM experience. Samurai the Father, yo, appreciate that, bro, but it's a big title to hold, man. Other pros pretty much just plug to rank SMA teams from there, very rarely make team from ESC Open and make MDO. I disagree. This is the route I'm taking, bro. You can take your route, but I think too many people take that pug route, and you miss out on a lot of learning. You ever heard of Phased, Tarek, and Finesse? Yeah, they all started as an open team. Join C- college team. Yeah, that's what their JV team is like, right? I can't handle my liquor, but these bitches can't handle me. All right, look at this. Look at this shit. I can't trust I can't control my Roberts, and my Roberts can't control me. Bro, truly, take that route if you want to, man. Go ahead and take that route, but I just don't think it's the best route to take. Obviously, it's unrealistic to expect a full team to go from open to MDO, but you're better off taking the league route because you get good experience. You're not going to learn how to play really well just pugging all day long. You get the league experience and learn how to play on a team. You pick up things that you're not going to pick up from pugs, like team play. You know, you get to pick up communication skills. You get to pick up emotional intelligence, how to pick up your team when they're down and tilting. You pick up a lot of other skills that you don't pick up when you pug all the time. You could take the pug route, man. But, like, why do you think there's so many people in FPL and not that many pros? Because a lot of those guys lack the essential skills to be on a team. Grinding League is just way better. Hands down, way better. You can take the rank ass FPL route, go for it. Obviously, you probably get a little bit of clout that way, but there's other ways to farm clout. There's other ways to farm clout besides just getting FPL and getting the recognition that leadership skills, that ability to take initiative is so important. Exactly, bro. The other pros you see just pug to pro. No, that's, yeah, exactly. Bro, truly, don't aim train, bro. Don't use Kovacs and just pug all day. Just go for it, man. Just go for that shit. That's all you, bro. That's all you. Go for that shit. I believe in you, man. Go for it. That's all you, bro. All right, look it. This is what the fuck I'm gonna talk about, man. I'm gonna talk about. Let me back to the menu. I'm not doubting you. I'm not doubting you. You probably make FPO putting a lot of time into pugging. I'm not doubting you, bro. Go for that shit. Kexel? Scooby's team. Go, dude. Okay, it probably sounds like I'm clowning you, which I'm low key clowning you. But do your thing, bro. If you think that's the best way to go for it, all you, bro. Don't let me talk shit and talk you out of it. I low key would have a little bit more respect for you if you you stuck to your path. You stuck to your guns. That's respectable, man. Garnish some respect that way. I personally just disagree with it. I just don't think it's the best way to go. But do you, bro? Do you with all due respect? I think you're wrong. I think you're wasting a lot of time. But if you see something I don't, all you, bro. That's all you. Let me restart this fucking server. Hold on. Just letting you out here, no teams or nothing. I tried it. So that's the real reason. So now we get to some deep shit. It's like some introspection right here. Can't rely on. Oh fuck, yo, we just got deep. We just got deep. We found out the real reason. I'm not trying to call you out, but we just found out the real reason. So the real reason is that you can't rely. You lack trust. If I'm wrong, I do this a lot with like friends and stuff. Like they'll say something and you just ask questions. You dig deeper. You find out deeper levels of stuff. So it really wasn't you thinking that it was the best way to go pro. I mean, you probably do think it's the best way to go pro, but you got to that conclusion because you can't trust your teammates. You've probably been on teams that fallen apart before, which is a perfectly valid reason to come to the conclusion you're at. You just gotta dig deeper of why you think certain things. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be introspective, bro. Be a little introspective. Yeah, exactly. It says 7 reasons why, and you'll find out the root cause. Only like 2 teams. So you've been on 2 teams and you wrote off all a league is a good way to grind. Yeah, I get told that a lot. That like, I should be like a therapist or some shit. I think I'm just good at it because I go to therapy and I do like a lot of research on psychological stuff. So, and I watch Healthy Gamer. That dude like, literally does therapy on stream. So, how would you not pick up on that? All right, look at this shit, dude. Holy fuck, it's hot in this room, man. I can't turn off the lights. Fuck. Hold on. There we go. Wait, no. No. Warm up. Where the fuck is the... Oh, warm up. I have had the problem of finding people who listen. More tryouts, dude. I could literally show you the notebook where we did tryouts. We tried out like 70 people. Only 750 hours in the game, and I'm level 6 in face. I got a long way to go. Bro, you cannot be talking shit about League if you only have 750 hours and think that you're gonna grind. Is this Goofy Steve, bro? Why are you talking about FPL if you're level 6? If I find I'll teach something, I'm IGL, and after a whole day of practice the next day. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. You gotta find teams that the same dedication. Bro, this is Goofy Steve on God's. Yo, Rob, this is Goofy Steve. Why are you talking about you're level 6? Why are you talking about FPL? Oh no. Young bro, mechanically gifted, low key for such low hours. Maybe. Go crazy, bro. All right, look at this. This is what I was gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about how to warm up. I've been not playing since. Well, I've been not taking it seriously since 2019. I've played 2015 where I'm like only queuing Dust 2 with a bunch of shitter friends, and we're just like, rush mid. I didn't take the game seriously till like 2019. I started like really trying hard during COVID. So about 2-3 years, 2.5 years. But even if I was from 2015, what does that have to do with anything? What is the point that you made? What does that prove? What is that arguing for? I'm confused about the argument. All right, look at this shit though. All right, I'm talking about this. You're gonna start typing. I'll respond to you in a second. I gotta get through this, man. I got sponsorships and stuff. I gotta uphold my end of the deal. All right, look it. Okay, I'm gonna talk about how to warm up. Okay, because I don't think people understand this. I think a lot of people make a little bit of mistakes when they're warming up. Okay. First off, I'm just gonna talk about. Yo, thanks for following Homer CSGO. One thing I noticed is that people like train when they're warming up. You don't want to practice when you're warming up. You just want to warm up. That's the whole point. You just physically warm up. So I found like low-key the best warm-up routine. So what I usually do is I hop on aimbots. I'm just on the refrag aimbots right now. I do aimbots and then I'll do like large flicks. If you're on the map, you can do like the large flicks. Just get your arm moving, bro. Fuck, I'm already starting on the wrong foot, dude. I look it. Talking about warming up, okay? First thing you do when you want to warm up is literally physically warm up. If your hands are cold, go put them under some warm water. Physically warm them bitches up. Rub your hands together. If you got a heat pack, go ahead. Use that. Physically warm your shit up, like works so well. Or even like a little bit of like dynamic stretching. Like, yo, appreciate the follow, Peanut. Dynamic stretching, you know, like some light, you know, opening your hands, shit like that. Just get your fingers moving, dynamic stretching, warm up your hands, physically warm up, okay? This is not BS. I'm talking about warming up, not practicing, okay? The next thing I do when I warm up though, I'll just go in aimbots and I'll do like the large flicks. If you're on the map, you can do like, you know, obviously the large flicks. I'm just getting like my arm warm up. I'll physically like warm up my arms too, just like a little bit like slight exercise, like shoulder shit, stuff like that. And then I'll get in here, I'll do large flicks and I'll do horizontal and then I'll hop on the ledge and then do like the flicks where it involves a little bit of vertical aim. Just like do this for a bit and I'll go in the middle. Again, large flicks. And just know when you're warming up is that it's gonna kind of sound weird, but I realize what works the best is that when you're warming up, don't consciously get in your hand and try to make all your shots perfect if you're warming up. Like, just like you're constantly like consciously in your head just trying to hit every shot. I think you want to like, you kind of want to just let your unconscious go. Just warm up your unconscious, because when you're playing, you're unconscious. So just like miss your shots. Just warm up and just miss shots. Just flick intuitively, miss shots, and let your brain start to get adjusted. You know, just warm up, miss shots. And then, you know, start picking up the speed. Just keep on going faster. And eventually, like when you warm up this way, what I usually would do to finish the warm up off, because like I think this part gets neglected when this part gets neglected when you just use aimbots, is you're warming up your reaction and your reactivity and your comms. So like what my team will do sometimes is we'll just hop on retakes and just do retakes and just start calming like that before we scrim, just to warm up our comms and just, you know, get in the zone. Another thing that helps too is going to refrags crossfire. Where is it at? They're crossfire, and then just doing the bots. I'll usually set this to like one bot at a time, so it warms up your reactivity, so you're not pre-aiming targets. Because when you're in aimbots, you see the target and you see the next target you're gonna shoot at, so you pre-aim it and you already know where you're aiming. So it's not really warming up your reactivity when someone peeks you. So watch, if you go to crossfire, you go to the menu, and then I'll go to gameplay settings, and then I'll change. Go to bot settings. Oh, change it to practice. Go to bot settings. Next, and then you only have one swinger, and then you start, and then you warm up against you know, someone peeking you. You need to practice your reactivity because it's only one target. You know, someone swings you. Okay, that was literally on his head, bro. I don't know what the fuck that was, but yeah, someone swings you. You warm up your reaction time, like how you react to the target swinging you. That's usually how I finish it off. Like I said, oh fuck, it did block the list, but I think that's low key like the best way to warm up. Physically warm up your hands, hop in aimbots, just get that shit moving, wide flicks, and then you can start off slow and consciously aim train, but like also warm up your unconscious and just like let your flicks miss if you need to. Like just warm up your unconscious and start flicking, just missing shots. Like that's fine. That's what the warm up's for. And then from there, go into refrag crossfire. Obviously, this is a sponsored video. If you want to use my code, in the description, that's fine too. If you don't have this, you can hop in DM to practice that. I think this is the best because you just get more reps per second, more reps per minute. You got, you know, people peeking you versus DM where it's a little bit RNG. And also another thing too about this is that you have realistic fights that you'll probably run into in game if you end up, you know, wow. If you end up playing overpass, like you'll have realistic fights like, you know, con to divider, like something you'll see in game. So I think this is hands down the best warmer team. I'd use this personally, so, you know, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. In-depth demo review for teams? Yes, but I don't have time for it though. Like coaching and shit? I have thought about that. But I just don't have time for it though. Because I spend too much time on my own team. That's why I don't get to stream that often. I only get to stream like Tuesdays and Thursdays. If even that, because... What's it called? Deathmatch to be warm-up or practice? It depends on when you do it. If you do it at the beginning, it's a warm-up, obviously, because you're moving around. But you can deathmatch for practice if you want to work on your counter strafing, whatever it is, like specific end game things that you want to work on. You can do that. I don't think it's the best practice in terms of aim, though. Just raw aim. If you want to practice your raw aim, you want to obviously use an aim trainer. But deathmatch is good practice for like you know, game-specific mechanics that you need to practice, like you said, counter strafing, you know, pre-aiming angles, shit like that. So how many hours in game can you say you started taking CS? Probably like 2,000. From 2,000, and now I'm at 5,500. And then also I have an alt account that I used to watch demos on, and that has like 800 or something like that. So I'm at like 6,000-ish hours. But yeah, I started taking it seriously at like 2K. Probably like 1,800 to 2K-ish. I started really taking it seriously like into 2K, like probably 2200-ish. Yeah. Screw this fucking script. Get out of here. Alright, I'm probably gonna call the stream here. It's already 12:30. I need to get off and take a break, man. Damn, what the fuck? We got 32 viewers right now? That's crazy, bro. Yo, appreciate y'all watching, man. Yo, this is what I'm gonna start doing. I kind of realized a couple things. I'm gonna say this before I go. You can let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna start. I noticed I stream practices and stuff, and I don't want to. I'm probably not gonna do that anymore. I don't wanna stream practice anymore. One, because of anti-stratting purposes, but two, I think it just kind of takes away from the quality of overall of my streams. Cause like if people tune into my streams and 90% of the time I'm practicing and not even looking at chat, it just leaves a bad impression that like I'm just a bad streamer, you know? So I want to have more high quality streams where it's just me in the chat and I'm going over shit, answering questions, stuff like that. So I'm gonna stream less, but the streams are gonna be more high quality. I'm not streaming practices, I'm streaming like how I'm doing right now, like Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's what I'm gonna try and do. Another thing I'm gonna start doing too, y'all can let me know what you think about this. I'm already gonna do it. I don't give a fuck what you say, not gonna lie. But you know how YouTube I usually post like once a day. I'm gonna post less than that and probably end up doing kind of like what Nart does and do more longer form tips and tricks. Like, see this Rain's one way smoking con 24 seconds. I'm gonna just end up making like a whole overpass tips and tricks that's gonna probably be like 10 minutes long. One for ad revenue, because you don't make shit off these 20 seconds clips. I need money so bad right now. One, because of that. Two, because it kills your views in the algorithm. It literally kills your channel by posting daily. You need to, it's some stuff I realized, but you need to post, and then your post needs to get viewed by your subscribers, and then it gets promoted to other people who aren't your subscribers. And if I'm posting daily, I'm not giving my subscribers a chance to watch the video, like all of them, because another video is coming out 12 hours later, you know, some shit like that. So I'm going to end up streaming less, but keeping the streams more high quality, Tuesdays and Thursdays. You want to stream to entertain, not stream. Exactly. That's the thing. I want the streams to be high quality, bro. I'm not just streaming, because I was streaming to teach. That was like kind of my goal in the beginning, was like stream to teach. So that's why I'm gonna stream my practices, because people can learn from this, you know. But I think it takes away from the overall impression that people get when they tune into my streams. If 90% of the time when I'm streaming, it's a practice and I'm not looking at chat, people aren't gonna want to tune in if they're not into that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have more high quality streams, just like now, Tuesdays and Thursdays, less videos, and they're gonna be longer videos with just combination of tips. And then, you know, if I have like some mental shit to talk about, some specific subjects, obviously those can still be their own video, like tilt, whatever it is. A couple of these things were in the stream today. Think it not streaming practice is smart. Elo, I am at 2000 something Elo. How long did it take me to hit level 10? I have no idea. I don't think I hit level 10 till like 2019 when I started taking it seriously. Oh, I don't watch the hour-long VODs on YouTube. I watch this. Oh, bet, yeah. So, well, that's the thing, is these ones people probably watch. I don't think many people watch the VODs. I just leave them there because I think it's cool. But these are what I'm talking about. The small tips and tricks where it's like 20 seconds, a minute long. I'm just gonna combine them all into like a 10-minute video and do kind of what Nart does. But these are all just gonna be combination. Also, because it's so fucking annoying having to come up with a catchy title and thumbnail for some shit like this. I'm just gonna put it all in one, dude. I'm gonna put on, you'll see. It'll be worth it. I think that's really what's gonna blow up my channel, because this has been killing my YouTube channel, was posting daily. Fucks it up in the algorithm. Fucks it up. So the VODs, yeah, like 10-30 minutes vids. Yeah, hell yeah, bet. Who made that cartoon version of US? My friend got it from someone on Fiverr like 2 years ago as a Christmas gift. It does look goofy, but I love it though. Rather than 30-second, 40 minutes, it's just one piece of oh, fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, 10-minute videos with just a compilation of all the tips instead of just, like you said, one short clip of that. So yeah, I think it's also gonna appeal more to the average player, because some of these titles, bro, the average player doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so they're not gonna click on it. Like this, Rain's one-way smoking con. The average viewer doesn't know doesn't know what a one-way smoke is. You know, how to counter ramp walk-ups. The average viewer's gonna be like, "What the fuck's a ramp walk-up?" I'm not gonna be like Vu. No hate to Vu, but it's gonna appeal more to the average viewer while still maintaining the same content. Thumbnail and title wise, it'll appeal more. What's rain? Exactly. People are like, who the fuck's rain? What the fuck's a rains? You know? So, all right, I'm out of here, stream. I'm calling it. I'll be here tomorrow. Oh shit, it's a Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. I'll probably, I might end up streaming tomorrow, depending on when I finish. I might be burnt out. I don't know. I'll see. Try not to stream if I'm burnt out. So if I skip, it's because I'm burnt out. So peace out, boys. GG's. Good shit. Source 2 is your time to shine.